The director of Final Fantasy XIV, Naoki Yoshida, declares there will be more of our titles released on Xbox.
We wept for innocence lost.
On August 28th, 2024, the gaming website Eurogamer interviewed Naoki Yoshida,
Teleji Adeleji,
the director and producer of Square Enix's popular MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV. In the interview, Naoki Yoshida states that thanks to Final Fantasy XIV's successful launch on Xbox consoles, Square Enix would like to further deepen the relationship with Xbox gamers.
And there remain so many mysteries here that want for solving.
He then goes on to say that the number of Final Fantasy fans on Xbox consoles declined in the years after Final Fantasy 15 was released in 2016.
What? Now wait, just...
However, with the really strong reception Final Fantasy XIV's Xbox port has, as Naoki Yoshida describes it, he says, quote from the interview, "With Final Fantasy XIV as an opportunity, we could take this opportunity to strengthen the community on Xbox towards Final Fantasy franchise. I think this is where we would take more communication and work on establishing the community moving forward. And this is important, not for Final Fantasy XIV, but I would say for Square Enix. With Final Fantasy XIV's release on Xbox, Phil Spencer spent a lot of his time and a lot of effort and put in a lot of hard work into making it a reality. So we would like to make the best of that and further deepen the relationship with Xbox gamers moving forward." That's really good. I mean, like we're getting to a point, where developers being exclusive to certain consoles and stuff like we see happening with Sony these days. It's going by the wayside. People want to see games put on multiple platforms across the board.
What I desire of you is satisfaction.
And the repertoire, the huge library that Square Enix has in their arsenal to just dish out to Xbox gamers, like shit, they can just throw in the entire remastered series of Final Fantasy 1 to 6. Of course, all the other games that they've remastered that have been brought onto Steam can easily be brought over to Microsoft in their Xbox Live Marketplace. Finally, they're getting out of those chains from Sony.
It's like we've been saying for fucking months now. The amount of money they can make by putting it on PC and Xbox, they're just missing out on it in two markets. I know they're eventually coming to PC, but that launch is the most crucial thing. People don't understand how much a launch is actually crucial to keeping these companies alive. Now, I understand Square Enix is a lot bigger and they can kind of get away with it, right? And so that's why it doesn't matter to them so much when, say, it flops on PlayStation and then kind of does a little bit better on PlayStation, and they can kind of have enough money in the back end to still be alive and get help from other companies, right? But a smaller company, say the people that make Concord, they might not be here at the end of the year. Not because
as a studio, they're gonna be shut down. Nosmir, the great emancipator of Square Enix, what do you think about this?
Fuck them. Xbox doesn't deserve it. Don Matrick as CEO. Fuck you.
Bring Don Matrick back, and then we'll bring Square Enix back.
Yeah, no. I think you hit the nail on the head there, saying that Square Enix has been going through a real rough patch, and I think they took a step back, took a board meeting, and was like, "Yo, we can't afford to stay exclusive anymore." And then was like, "Yeah, Xbox, do you want us to throw you a bone? You give us some money, and we'll give you the games." And Xbox is like, "Yeah, because all we got is fucking Halo Infinite right now. Please, we'll give it to you."
This is the thing. Square Enix, they are a laughingstock, but there's a competition on which company is the laughingstock of the gaming industry right now.
Let us see.
Sony themselves, Xbox, fucking Ubisoft. There's so much shit, shit companies right now. It's actually hard. They all have their own lore and why they're so fucking dog shit right now. This year is wild in terms of how many companies are actually laughable, and it's sad. It's
again, I know it sounds like I think sometimes it can come off like we beat this like a dead horse.
We seem to be missing a corpse.
But just look at the numbers and you'll see it's true. Inflated budgets. When your budgets are so high, it makes it such a Herculean task to just break even, because It doesn't matter if it's a game like Spider-Man 2 and it actually does sell well, numbers wise. It doesn't matter because you spent so much money developing that game that you ended up maybe breaking even, maybe making a tiny bit of change, but not. It still doesn't look good when you have one of the best-selling games of the year, and it did really, really well even for PlayStation exclusives, right? That was a hyped-up game. People were really excited, and people bought it, and it didn't make much money. If anything, they probably broke about even.
Well, dude,
That's not good.
movie-
That's where the alarm sounds should be going off, and it seems like they haven't taken that message.